Hello, good morning, welcome along. Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. It is Monday the 4th of August 2025, and it's a wet and windy Monday morning here in Gloucester. So yesterday, as some of you will know, it was the Avon IPMS show, and popped along to that one over in Thornbury. Couldn't stay very long because I couldn't take Dottie with me and I didn't want to leave on her own too long, so didn't get a chance to speak to many of you, but did get a chance to speak to a few. In fact, most of the time I spent there was chatting to people. Sometimes it's a bit, I don't want to use the word annoying, but you kind of wish you had a disguise or something, because you go to a show to look around the stands, look at the models, you know, that sort of thing, and I literally get 3 foot inside the door and say, "Oh, Nigel, nice to meet you," blah 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 blah, you know, and then you take another 10 steps and say, "Oh, Nigel," and it's the cost of fame, shall we say, if I want to blow my own trumpet. But anyway, it's nice to see you all, nice to have a chat. What I might start doing is say to people at a show, you know, I'll meet you at such and such a point at 2 p.m. and then everyone could come and ask questions then jointly together, rather than, you know, individually speaking to everybody for 10 minutes. And before you've spoken to 6 people, there's an hour gone. You know, it's crazy. Anyway, so what did I get while I was there? I just thought I'd do a quick video. Don't forget, today is, as I say, Monday the 4th of August, 6 p.m. today, UK time. Your entries need to be in to win the Magic Factory Honda CBR 1000 RRR. So somebody put a comment underneath that video, with all those R's, it must be a pirate. I thought, bloody brilliant. So yeah, 6 p.m. today, and then as soon as I get a link, I will put a link in the description below. But Moss 6510 models, if you look on his live stream tonight, Airfix and Chill, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. pretty much every Monday. You know, 99% of the Mondays of the year, there's 8 to 10 p.m. is Moss 6510 Airfix and Chill. I'm sometimes on there. I will be on there tonight, and at 9 p.m. we will do around about 9 p.m. we will do the random number, and select the winner. Now, what I've done with the way this works, I have hidden your numbers, so you can't see what everyone else is putting down. And the fun part of that is, you may be the lucky one that's the only person that's chosen your number, or you may be one of 5. So if you win, you've got to do another random number generator to see who's won it. So that'll be going on from there, so that'll be fun. So if that does happen, you'll have to check back in tomorrow, and I'll announce another one and you can put your numbers in. Go from there, or maybe I'll talk about it tonight on Moss's channel. Whatever, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully somebody will win it with just one number, and it'll be somebody in the UK, so don't, you know, I've got problems with postage and customs and all that rubbish. So anyway, so what did I get on the weekend? The first thing that happened was this came on Saturday, and this is the brand new Airscale mask set from Airscale. One Man Army mask set for the Airscale Bolt and Pull Defiant, and as you can see, it's got 4 options in there. The kit only has 2. There's 4 different registrations on there, and there's also some additional stencils as well that you don't get if you buy the Airscale kit. And of course, using these stencils, you get the option to paint your own roundels and everything, so you can select the colors, you can wear them back and do whatever you want. Whereas with decals, you're sort of stuck with the decal that goes down. That's the color, that's what you've got. There's not, you can sand them back, but you generally get white when you sand them back. Yeah, great way to go. I'll do a full review of those later on. So moving along from there, I am also going to get the Airscale Bolt and Pull Defiant back on the bench as soon as the Stolly's done. At the moment, my heart's not in it. My heart's not in anything at the moment, if I'm honest. But I'm spending so much time in the garage with that Fiat. I'm not really spending a lot of time at the bench, which I really must address. So while I was at the show, I was amazed to see Inside the Armour were there. and I had previously, I think it was on Thursday, I think it was, ordered some resin from Inside the Armour. And I also emailed them and said, would you like to send some review samples for me to review on the channel? And it was great to actually meet the guys and speak to them there. And I was informed they don't actually do review samples, so that's absolutely fine. So I need to buy everything. And he also said that if you want, you can take what you've ordered on eBay now, and you get it now. So that's what I've done. So I've got some bits and pieces there to show you some 1/35th scale stuff for the Airfix Stalwart. I was going to build the Stalwart out of the box. That was the general plan, but I got the clear parts out for the grill over the exhaust. No, I can't do it. They just don't look good. They don't look good at all. So I thought I've got to get some aftermarket. I was going to use a piece of photo etch and just roll it round, but the trouble is you've got that form on the front and everything as well. So being as the model's coming out so lovely, I thought I'll just spend the extra sort of 15 quid and get the set. So we've got the light guards, which are molded solid on the kit. We've got the hatches. Now I didn't realize there's two different designs of hatches, early and late. So so we got the correct hatches. We don't have those ejector pin marks to fill in. We've got the grill going over the exhaust. And what else is it? I can't remember. There's a couple of bits and pieces in there. Basically the exterior set. And then I've also got the roof. Now the roof on the kit, as you know, a lot of them have got lots of sink marks in them, which are difficult to get out because they're in such tight places. But also the other problem with the roof is it has the those grills that go across the back of the cab. They're like molded on as a solid lump, and in reality they're very slender and see-through. So Inside the Armour have made them as 3D printed, the whole roof, and then you've got the separate grills to go on, and that'll be really nice. And he didn't have the interior set there with him, but he did have the masks. So there's also some other stuff coming, which he did mention. I should have asked him. I'm not sure if it's common knowledge or not, so I won't mention anything now. But yeah, I'm going to be ordering that as soon as it comes on board because it's looking very, very nice. And as you know, I've got a second stolly to do, so I'll get all the resin again, plus this new thing that's coming. So there we go. So that's Inside the Armour. Inside the Armour 3. There we go. Where is it? There you go. You can see the label there. It all comes beautifully packaged in a little box. So yeah, lovely. Okay. We've got a new wing leader book, which I picked up from Justin over at Book World. So here we've got this one. This is number 39 now, believe it or not. They're still only 20 quid. So obviously I'll do a page-by-page review of that, as I always do. But unfortunately, this one won't start with the usual brilliant packaging thing because obviously I haven't got any packaging. But this is basically Consolidated Liberator Part 2, RAF and Royal Canadian Air Force bomber and transport variants. So that should be quite an interesting little read. That'll go along well with the new Airfix release as well. And then also this book here from Red Kite, written by Simon Parry. This is number 18 in a combat, I can only assume it's a series, Battle of Britain Combat Archive. And this covers 4th to the 11th of October 1940. And it's basically a load of archives done day by day. You can see here is the 10th of October. Okay, and then we go in here, we've got the 7th of October. So it's day by day telling you all about what's going on in great detail. You can see the book is basically, hang on. It starts at 1114 and it ends at 1240. So what's that? 126 pages, which covers 1 week of World War II. So there we go. And only the Battle of Britain as well. It's not even 1 week of World War II. It's 1 week of the Battle of Britain. So there we are. Very, very detailed. I also got this little beauty here. I picked this up off of Jim over at Mainly Military Models. It looks absolutely gorgeous. This is like the deluxe version. And it's the Schnellboat S38 from 1942. It's the one with the small cab. I like that one. I'm not so keen on the bigger S100 cab. But this has got all the photo etch and the wire and everything in it. It's got metal railings, for God's sake, for the sides. So so yeah, So I'll do a review of this, and it'll be a nice little tester to see what happens, to see if YouTube take it down or not. But as you know about the thing with World War II German stuff at the moment, it seems to be people are getting their videos taken down, and they're getting all sorts of warnings and strikes against them and all that. Unfortunately, Moss was one of them. So so there we go. And then finally, last but certainly not least, saw Rob from Brooks Models. It was lovely to see him again. He's really not well, but you know, he'll be better soon, let's put it that way. And he started making these little 3D printed stands for your glues and stuff. So there we go, got a little stand there with Brooks on it. That's a double for your double Tamiya. And then there's the little single there. So you'll see those on the bench now going forward. There's also another line of tool holding stuff coming, which I'll show you eventually. I also need to get those tests started on those paints, don't I? Those paints from Galeri. So there we are. So that was basically the haul from the Avon IPMS show. It was lovely to see a lot of beautiful models there. Those on the ISCA stand, you've got Moss's Club. There's the guy there, I forget his name now, I think it's Kim. He does these absolutely beautiful flankers. He's the flanker man, and it makes me want to build one. But unfortunately, this day and age, on YouTube, it's very, very difficult to do stuff that's along those lines, if you know what I mean. There are some people that like to voice their opinions about it. I'd just rather not stir up any ants' nests, to be honest. So there we go. So yeah, as I say, today, Monday, 6 PM UK time is the latest time you can put in a number to win the motorbike. And then tune into Airfix and Chill tonight, 8 PM till 10 PM. Probably about 9 PM we'll do the draw. We'll do that live on camera and go from there. And then I will announce the winner or the winners, and we'll decide what we do from there on. So I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.